Picture this. A sea of pink and white stretching as far as the eye can see, a breathtaking landscape that seems almost otherworldly. The air is thick with the sweet scent of apple blossoms, a fragrance so enchanting it could easily be bottled as perfume. This isn't a dream. It's the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival, a sure sign of spring and a celebration of the state's most iconic fruit. This festival is a time-honored tradition that brings communities together in a vibrant display of nature's beauty and human creativity. We're talking parades, queens, and enough apple-themed treats to make your head spin. Imagine indulging in apple pies, candied apples, and refreshing apple cider, each bite and sip a testament to the fruit's versatility. It's Americana at its finest, fueled by the humble yet mighty apple. The festival is a celebration of not just the fruit, but the hard work and dedication of the farmers who cultivate these orchards. Now, you might be thinking, a whole festival dedicated to apple blossoms? Isn't that a bit much? But once you experience it, you'll understand the magic. But trust me, there's a reason Washington goes bananas for its apples. The festival is a testament to the state's pride in its apple industry, showcasing the best of what Washington has to offer. These aren't your average fruits, they're practically state treasures, celebrated for their flavor, variety, and the sheer volume produced. From the crisp and tart Granny Smith to the sweet and juicy Honeycrisp, there's an apple for every palate. We're talking millions of apples, folks, each one a product of meticulous care and dedication, contributing to a thriving industry that supports countless families and communities. So next time you bite into a delicious apple, remember the festival that celebrates this incredible fruit and the people who make it all possible. Let's talk about apple pie. That iconic symbol of American comfort food wouldn't be the same without Washington's bounty. Imagine a flaky, buttery crust giving way to tender, sweet tart apples, all bathed in a warm, cinnamon-spiced sauce. It's enough to make your mouth water, isn't it? But hold on, we're just getting started. Washington apples aren't just for pie, though they do make a mean one. We're talking caramel apples so generously coated they require their own zip code. Apple cider that'll warm you from the inside out. And apple butter that's practically apple pie in spreadable form. Is your sweet tooth tingling yet? Before we dive into the unique tales from the orchard, let's take a moment to explore the daily rhythm of a Washington apple orchard. Picture the early morning mist gently lifting off the rows of apple trees as the sun begins to cast its golden light. The air is crisp, filled with the fresh scent of dew-covered grass and the subtle aroma of ripening apples. Farmers and workers start their day with dedication and care, checking on each tree and ensuring that the apples are growing perfectly. It's a labor of love, involving meticulous care and attention to detail. From pruning and pest control to irrigation and nutrient management, every task is crucial to producing those perfect Washington apples we all love. As the day progresses, the orchard comes alive with the sounds of nature and the hustle of activity. Birds chirp, bees buzz around the blossoms, and the gentle breeze rustles through the leaves. Workers skillfully pick the ripened apples, handling each one with care to avoid bruising. These apples are then sorted, packed, and prepared for their journey to markets and kitchens around the world. By sunset, the orchard is bathed in a warm, golden glow, signaling the end of another fruitful day. The cycle of care and cultivation continues, ensuring that each season yields a bountiful harvest. It's a beautiful reminder of the hard work and dedication that goes into every apple we enjoy. Now, let's delve into some of the quirky tales and fascinating stories that make Washington's apple orchards so special. Did you know that a single apple can contain over 2,000 different volatile compounds, which is what gives them their unique aroma and flavor? These compounds are like a symphony of scents and tastes, each playing its part to create the apple's distinctive profile. It's fascinating to think that every bite of an apple is a complex dance of chemistry and nature. That's more complex than a lot of wines. In fact, the diversity of apple varieties means that each type has its own unique set of these compounds, making every apple eating experience a little different. And speaking of complex, the Granny Smith apple, a staple in many kitchens, originated from, you guessed it, a discarded seedling in Australia. This humble beginning led to one of the most popular apples worldwide, known for its tart flavor and crisp texture. Washington's apple orchards are full of such stories. The state is renowned for its apple production, and each orchard has its own unique history and tales of innovation and perseverance. Take, for instance, the tale of the 3-pound apple. This isn't just a story of size, but of dedication and passion for apple growing. Legend has it that an ambitious orchard owner determined to grow the biggest apple ever seen nurtured a single fruit to an enormous size. This required meticulous care, the perfect balance of nutrients, and a bit of luck. Whether true or not, the story speaks to the almost mythical status of the Washington apple. These apples are not just fruits, they are symbols of hard work, tradition, and the magic of nature's bounty. From the smallest seedling to the largest fruit, every apple has a story to tell. Growing an apple is a labor of love, a delicate dance between nature and human ingenuity. It all starts with the soil, carefully tended and nourished to provide the perfect foundation. Then comes the planting, grafting, and pruning, shaping the trees into productive members of the orchard community. The journey doesn't end there. Once harvested, the apples are sorted, washed, and graded with meticulous care, ensuring that only the finest specimens make it to your grocery store shelves. It's a testament to the dedication of Washington's apple growers and a guarantee of quality in every bite. Now, let's get back to the fun part, eating. While apple pie will always hold a special place in our hearts and stomachs, Washington apples are surprisingly versatile. Think beyond the pie plate and explore a world of culinary possibilities. How about some apple bacon pancakes for a breakfast that's both sweet and savory? Or perhaps a refreshing apple salsa to add a little zing to your next barbecue. And for a truly gourmet experience, try your hand at an apple tarte tatin, a French classic that showcases the apple in all its caramelized glory. Ever wonder why Washington apples are so darn good? Well, it's no accident. The state's unique geography and climate create the perfect conditions for growing these delectable fruits. We're talking long, sunny days that allow the apples to develop their sugars, followed by cool nights that preserve their acidity, resulting in that perfect balance of sweet and tart. And let's not forget about the soil. Washington's volcanic soil is rich in nutrients, providing the trees with everything they need to thrive. It's like Mother Nature designed this state specifically for growing apples. Remember that festival we talked about earlier? Well, it's not just about pretty flowers. The Washington State Apple Blossom Festival is a celebration of all things apple, a testament to the fruit's importance to the state's culture and economy. We're talking parades with elaborate floats, crowning of the Apple Blossom Queen, live music, arts and crafts, and of course, enough apple-themed food to satisfy even the most discerning palate. It's an event that brings communities together and reminds everyone of the simple joy of a perfectly ripe apple. Beyond their deliciousness, apples are serious business in Washington. The state is the leading producer of apples in the United States, contributing significantly to the national supply. We're talking billions of dollars in revenue and thousands of jobs. The apple industry supports not just farmers, but also seasonal workers, transporters, and retailers. From the orchards to the processing plants to the grocery stores, the apple industry touches countless lives in the state. Each apple goes through a meticulous process of sorting, grading, and packaging to ensure quality. But the impact goes deeper than just dollars and cents. For many families, apple farming is a tradition passed down through generations, a way of life that shapes their identity. The apple is woven into the very fabric of Washington's identity, a source of pride and a symbol of the state's agricultural heritage. It's a testament to the hard work and dedication of the people who cultivate the land. So next time you bite into a crisp, juicy Washington apple, remember that you're experiencing more than just a fruit. You're tasting a piece of history, culture, and the dedication of an entire state. Each bite is a celebration of the rich agricultural legacy and the community that brings these apples to your table.